appreciate it. Like Amanda said, Amanda, you and Matt are always so nice to me. Like, you're so gracious, and you support corporate so much. And when you say we work so hard, well, we only do what you do because of you guys. Honest to God, like, you make us take it another level, and it's more than just a job, right? So let me share my story real quick, because my story isn't as fun as your stories. But I've been here, like Amanda said, 3.5 years. I joined from a skincare company. I was in banking 7 years before that. So I went from banking to skincare, all in sales, to now Isogenics. And quick story, on my first interview, when I came to corporate office, I came through the front door. I had 5 interviews, by the way. 5 interviews, can you believe that? Right? So I came through the front door, and the first thing I noticed is how good everyone looked. I mean, they're so good looking. And there I was in my extra large suit, walking through the front door, and I saw everyone happy. People are happy, smiling. I was sitting on the couch in reception, right down in front. People were saying good morning to me. Like, you don't get that anywhere else. Like, some total stranger waiting for an interview in a suit, people are saying good morning. So anyway, fast forward to my interviews and my presentations. I love everything about my company. I had a panel interview, and I had the executive, I had directors in there, Travis Garza, Aaron Wenger, watching me present. And honest to God, I was inhaling the whole time. I was breathing in, because if I breathed out, I would look nowhere close to how they looked. That's how crazy I was. So when I left the building and I went into my car, honest to God, true story, I was like, you know what? I need to sort myself out. Like, if I see these people doing it and how happy they are, regardless if I get this position or not, I got to sort myself out. So I went and I sorted myself out. I went on the 11-day cleanse right off the bat, and I lost like 15 pounds in 11 days and haven't put on that weight ever since. And it's been 3.5 years. And I love my job. And like I said, it's not just a job, it's more than that. So I am director of sales for Pacific US and also Canada, but we are one team, right, in Isogenics. We support everyone, but you have a point person. So if you're on the West Coast, come to me anytime. I'm here to support you. So why are we here today? Like Amanda said, leader in action is the key. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. If I can find my PowerPoint. 1 second. Okay. Can you guys see my PowerPoint? Yes, great. So, okay, the foundation of this business, as you guys have probably been aware of the last 12 to 18 months, is leader in action. Everything that we do goes towards leader in action, whether it's the lifestyle bonus, whether it's going to Cabo, going to Fiji, it's the executive to 4-star pool, it's the executive to 7-star pool if you're in Canada, the manager pools, director pools, everything is LIA, right? So we're gonna have a quick overview of what LIA is. And I feel like there's never enough time to keep sharing this. The more and more you hear this, the more of an expert you're gonna be, right? So the formula, basic formula, you guys remember in the past, it was a multiplication formula, and it was based on benchmark and cycle growth. Again, when I first joined here and I saw that, I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, if I was a new person coming in, this would confuse the heck out of me. But now it's simple, right? You sum up your personal enrollments, your 2 PET enrollments, your personally enrolled rank advancements, and your active week points. So one PET is anyone that I enroll. 2 PET points, I get that. If I enroll Amanda and Amanda enrolls Teresa, I get those points, those 2 PET enrollments. This is the kicker. This is the most important, this is the variable in the formula. Personally enrolled rank advancement points, right? That's where you want to get your personally enrolled players to consultant, manager, and director. That's what makes a difference in going to Cabo and not going to Cabo. We saw it in Fiji. The difference makers were the ones that really honed in on that 3rd column and maximized it. Okay, enough of that. Let's go into the point values real quick. This is the point values. Let me maximize this. Okay, these are the point values. So 1 PT enrollment, 1 point, 2 PT enrollments, 2 points, and that caps. I mean, there you see that second row there, how you get those points for rank advancing your personally enrolled consultants, managers, directors, executives, 2, 6, 8, 10. And then the active weeks. The active weeks, guys, okay, we know executive is where everyone wants to be at or needs to be at. But don't forget that being active manager, being active director is a big deal too, especially if you're new people, right? Because as they come in, they'll be earning in the pools. So getting your people to understand, your new leaders, your new members, how important the manager pools are is key also in LIA. I'm going to show you an example. This is my LIA sheet for May. You guys see that? Great. Okay. So this is my May LIA sheet, and you can see it. In the month of May, my total points was 39 points. Okay. So I had 2, 2, 4, and 1. So I had 2 enrollments in week 1. I got 2 points from Amanda enrolling someone, so I got 2 points from that. And I rank advanced 2 people to consultants, so I got 4 points. And I was paid as manager that entire commission week, so I got 1 point for that. So the entire month of May, commission month, 4 weeks, I had 39 points. Are you following me? Okay, I go too fast sometimes, but if I need to slow down, just let me know. Enrollments. Every single enrollment that you do must be 100 BV minimum, right? And you must have at least 1 point in every single category in order for you to play in the pools, manager, director, whatever pools it is, right? You can find your reports in your back office. I went too fast. You can find your reports in your back office under reports, and then you can start recognizing your people too. It's all there for you, okay? I'm gonna skip this is kind of boring. Resources, isabusiness.com/leader in action. You'll see the tile there, so any new person that comes on board, send them to that website, they click on LIA, and they can see the rules, the regulations, and how to earn, and what it takes to go to, for example, Cabo. Okay, this is the fun part, the leadership pools. And Amanda can tell you guys, most of you can know this, back in the day, over a year ago, there were no pools for managers and directors. The pools are so top heavy, right? The 2 stars, the 3 stars, the 7 stars, the 8 stars. They're the ones that were making the extra income in these pools. But what made it even worse was that it wasn't a lot of people either, right? It was maybe a few people here, a few people there. Well, right now, we were like, you know what? We need to give back to our newer emerging leaders. So last year, we focused on the manager pools and the directors. And we've had such incredible results. First and foremost, the manager pools. Who in this room has earned in the manager pools? Raise your hands. I don't see any hands. Okay, there we go. Dewi. What a cool name, right? Exactly. Manager pools. You've earned the manager pools. $75,000 in this pool. $75,000. So you can get a max payout of $1,000 as an individual in this pool. What would $1,000 do for you, right? That's like half a mortgage payment for some people. That's a couple of car payments, right, for people, right? So in this manager pool, you can play for 3 consecutive months. So the very first month that you qualify to earn in that pool is when your clock starts. You must have at least 1 week ranked at manager. So Monday through Sunday, for 1 week in that entire month, you've got to be active ranked manager. You guys know what that means? I should have asked who we have on this call, but I'm guessing we have all sorts, right? Leaders and newcomers and everything. So, okay. So you add up your total points for the month in the first 3 categories. I mean, you add up your total points for active week managers, and then you'll get your total points that you've earned. So here's an example. There were 5,000 total points earned in the month of May, in my example. 5,000 total points. So we're going to figure out how much each share is worth. So we've got $75,000 in the pool, 5,000 total shares earned. So each share is worth $15. Do you guys understand that? $15 per share in the manager pool. So going back to my worksheet, I wish my worksheet was this good. I wouldn't be working at corporate, right? So my manager pool, I've earned 35 shares in this month. You can see the first 2 weeks has 1s, and week 3 and week 4 have 2s. That means during that month, I rank advanced to director, right? But in week 3 and week 4, I can't count those 2 weeks paid as a director, because that doesn't count for manager pools, okay? So altogether, I've earned 35 shares in the month of May at $15 a share. So I've earned $525 just in the shares for the month of May. Does that make sense? Okay, the maximum that you can earn is 1,000, so I've got a long way to go. But again, that's $525. What could that do for you and your family, right? Let's go into the director pool. Quite similar. Again, $75,000 in the director pool. The max payout that you can earn as an individual is $2,500, right? And you can play for 3 consecutive months. So if you're a director for the first time in the month of May, and you for a whole week, there you go. That's your first month. May, June, July, you can earn up to $7,500 in 3 months in the director pool. One thing I will say, to go off track, is if you find someone on your team that's like, Cal, this is so good. Like, why would I ever want to be executive? Like, let me hang out here for a couple more months and I can earn an extra couple of grand in the next 2 months. That's golden for me. My response to that as a leader or as their upline, and for what I've seen other people say and do as well, is no, 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 no. You don't want them to stay in the director pool for a couple of reasons. There's so much more in the executive pool, so much more. But you are not doing your prospects, your group of network justice, because you are working. You're not working as hard as you can. You're not benefiting more people. You're holding people back by yourself staying in the director pool. Does that make sense? So don't hold out in that pool just because it's all roses and you're making good money, because there's so much more. Again, it's not a sprint. You're here for the long haul, right? You're here to build a legacy. So go to executive as fast as you can. If the opportunity is there, get them to executive. Okay, the director pools. Pretty much the same worksheet as I showed you before. The only difference is the director pool shares. I've got 37 shares this month, right? As opposed to 39. So we're not going to count the 2 weeks as these 2 weeks right here. We're not going to count those. Okay. So $25 a share for director pools. I've earned 37 shares. $925 is what I'm going to be earning in the month of May in the director pools, just in the director pool shares. Again, that's something that we didn't do in the past. And we've seen that list of directors and managers growing. People that are earning in these pools, it's growing every single month. Now, not to go off track, but lifestyle bonus, okay? I'm going to throw out a couple of stats that you guys may not be aware of. I want to share with you. So the executive lifestyle bonus, it started February 2020, okay? February 2020, February of last year, 12 months ago, we had 225 people earn in that bonus 12 months ago. In the horrible year that last year was, with life, health, and whatnot, we had 225 people last year earning the bonus. Just this last month, getting paid yesterday, we had 427 people earn in the lifestyle bonus. So we went from 225 to 427. We paid out $168,000 last February for lifestyle bonus. We paid out $336,000 just yesterday in lifestyle bonus. That to me is like crazy. Again, it's not. Again, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's amazing what we're doing for people. It's unreal. Okay, so executive to 4-star pool, right? So if you're executive recognition rank all the way to 4-star, you have a new pool that you've been playing in, right? And it's called the exec to 4-star pool. Again, another reason to get to executive, right? Another pool to play in addition to your double PIBs and your PIBs and your cycles, right? In this pool, you've got $200,000 in that pool monthly, and you can earn up to $5,000 in this pool. Just so that you know, I wrote things down here. We had someone in the US earn $2,900 last month, just in this pool. And the average was $1,100. So we had 181 people participate in the US in this pool, and the average person earned $1,100. That wasn't there last year. It's insane. Like, and I work at corporate, and I'm getting excited. I can only imagine what you guys feel like, right? So, okay, in this pool, you can play for up to 6 months, okay? And you must have at least 3 weeks active at executive. So 3 weeks active at executive, and you can play for 6 months. And this is pretty simple. You add up your total points for the month in the first 3 categories, and then you add your active executive rank as well. So for our example here, 3,000 total points were earned in the US, Canada, North America in the month of May. 3,000 shares. The pool is 200,000. So per share, it's $80 per share, right? I had 47 shares on my worksheet here. 47 shares. In my last 3 weeks, I earned some more points because I paid as executive, right? So my payout, 3,600. 3,600 was my payout in the shares. in addition to the lifestyle bonus, which I earned 750 or 1,000. So that's 4,600 right there. Again, there's no disclaimer here, right? But again, it's not everyone can do this. The possibility, the opportunity is there for you. But I'm telling you, the results that I've seen in the US right now, this past 12 months, has been incredible. So any questions for me? And I kind of rushed it, but
I do have a question. When you were explaining between the manager and the director pool, so in that particular example for the month of May, so your the first 2 weeks was manager, right? And then the last 2 weeks was director. So uh, what's my question? So how much do you actually earn for that month when it's like half and half like that? Is it, do you only earn in director pool by when you get to director, or you still have manager pool? You're still getting from the manager?
yeah, great question. So for the first 2 weeks, you'll get the points for the manager pool and you'll earn in the manager pool, right? The
Right.
second 2 weeks, because you rank advanced to director, you're going to earn the shares in the director pool. And the next month, you're basically done with the manager pool.
Right.
Because now you're director, you're going to work on the director pools only.
Okay, so I understand that in the last column it shows you like, okay, the first two is 1 point, and then the last two rows are 2 points on the last column.
Yeah,
But the other columns, I don't, I'm confused about, we're totaling up the first, second, and third column for the manager pool, and then we're totaling it up again for the director pool.
okay, so in that example where you had like 39 shares total for that month, let me share the screen again. Amanda, I'm sorry. I don't know why I got rid of it.
Yeah, you can share again.
Okay. All right, can you guys see it?
Oops. Can't find a way. Yeah.
You see it?
I see a blank screen with isogenics on it.
All right, let me try it again. Hang on.
There it is.
Okay. So you're referring to this
Yeah.
sheet right here.
Right.
Okay, so this is the director pool. Sorry. So this is the director pool. So here, right now, I am paid as director. I'm recognition ranked director. Okay. So for the first 2 weeks, I dropped. I lost a consultant or whatever. So I went down to manager. So I only got 1 point because as paid as manager, you only get 1 point, right? As paid as director, you only get 2 points.
Right.
Right. So this whole month, let's say this whole month, my recognition rank was director. I'm not going to get these 2 points, the 1 and the 1, because that's not what a director should be getting.
Okay.
I only get the points for when I'm actually paid as director, which
So
is
what?
the
Sorry.
yeah, which is week 3 and week 4, which makes me at 37 shares.
Okay. So I was thinking, if originally you're a manager, the first 2 weeks, that's true, right? So
Yeah,
you're getting paid as a manager. So then the third week you rank events to director. Do you qualify in the manager and the director pool?
yes, you'll earn it in both the manager and the director pool.
So for the manager pool, then would it only be the top part, the first two rows, and then for director pool is only the last through 2 rows, or how does that work?
So in the manager pool, you qualify here. So in the manager pool, you have these shares. And then the director pool, you'll have these shares. Am I understanding your question correctly?
I'm like, I feel like, so the first 3 columns is counted twice.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. You're going to earn shares in the manager pool for the first 2 weeks, these points.
Yeah.
And you're going to earn director pools in these weeks right here.
Okay. Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
basically half. Like, okay, got it. I thought we were double dipping.
Yeah, we're not that generous.
Yeah, no, great question. That's a great question. Perfect time to ask it. Does anyone else have questions with this, going through pools, using leader in action, maximizing leader in action?
I will say one thing while waiting for a question. You do go ahead, Tia. I think you're on mute.
So I won't make Crystal manager because I've already been in 9 months, but you can still, even just as regular manager, earn some of these, right?
Say that again.
I've been in almost a year now in Isogenics, but haven't made manager yet. So I realize I'm past the Crystal deadline. But I can still get in the manager pools just on a regular manager, right?
Yeah, yeah. If your recognition rank is Crystal manager, you can still earn in these pools. We have a manager reset going on right now, so you can earn in that reset.
The reset to get to Crystal, you mean?
No, okay, that's kind of confusing. I know. So you are a Crystal manager, recognition rank. We've reset it, meaning that all the managers that are recognition rank managers can earn in this pool again. So
Okay.
let's say you get back to manager this month, and you for 1 whole week, in the next 2.5 months, 3 months, you can earn in this pool.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that is super generous that you guys are doing that all over again. That's awesome.
Yeah. I was gonna say this, like, so when I get on team calls, even one-on-one calls, it's great. On the one-on-ones, it's great. People are like, hey, Cal, this is my goal. Show me how I can get here with numbers, get to 1 star, 2 star, 4 star. It's great to have those personal goals. But at the end of the day, from what I've seen, again, if I was the expert, I'd be building. I'm not the expert. I'm just showing what I've seen, right? What I've seen is put your goals to a side. Always have that vision out there, but it's your team goals that you should be focusing on. So if I've got Sarah, Tia, Teresa, Betsy, Ashley on my team, and these 5 are in it to win it, and they're showing 110% commitment, and these are their goals, focus on getting them to where they need to be. If they're your personally enrolled, get them to consultant, get them to manager, get them to director. Your rank's going to happen. It's going to happen as long as you take care of your team, right? It's great that we recognize people doing 5 star, 6 star, 7 star, but don't forget your team. At the end of the day, what I love about this compensation plan is you can't be successful on your own. You've got to have a team to help you get there. And then one thing John Raines said to me one time, and it stuck with me, and I say it on calls where I know the team leaders quite well, and they can take what I'm saying. And I know Amanda and Matt are great, so I'm going to say it. John Raines, you may have heard this, but John Raines says, he's like, if you feel like your paycheck is big enough for you, you're being selfish. If you're happy with your ISA paycheck, you're being selfish. Why does he say that? Because it means that you're not helping enough people. The bigger your paycheck is, the more people you're helping. And we see so many leaders, like they are leaders because they got to a certain point, and if they want to like be in that management mode, the more power to, who am I to tell them to stop working, right? And they're in that management mode, and then they're getting a great paycheck because of their years of hard work. But if you're really in it to support as many people as you can, transform as many lives as you can, keep going. Don't be satisfied with what you have.
I love that. So true. So true. We miss Jen. Anyone else have questions? This is like so valuable. I know we as a team have been really trying to maximize leader in action. I have more people than ever sending it to me every Monday. We are taking advantage of this. And I absolutely love that you guys have added back in the pools, the executive lifestyle bonus was paid out today, and pools. So many people have like double paychecks. It's amazing.
Yeah. And when we see the reports, so I saw people getting paid $3,500, $4,000. And again, not everyone can do that, right? But when I see that and I see the work they're putting in, it's so good. I want to say one thing, man, before I forget. Okay. So who's going to Cabo? Who's pushing for Cabo? Maybe Cabo is not your thing. Maybe it is. Great. Okay. So you may know this, but with Fiji, the average person earned about 45 to 50 points, right, to get to Cabo. All right, Michelle, I'll see you in Cabo. You're going to be there. The average person earned about 45 points, right, to get to Fiji. That was a 9-month promotion. This is a 12-month promotion. So doing the simple math, and please don't quote me. Please don't tell Sharon, well, you know what, Cal told me, if I hit 50 points, I'm going to get a Cabo. Please don't say that. But doing the math, if you aim for a minimum of 50 points every single month, you'll be right up there and have a stretch goal of 60. Now, out of those 50 points, if you break it down, it's not as daunting as it seems. In a 4-week commission month, if you're paid as executive for 4 weeks, that's 16 points right there. If you're 2 PET enrollments, you maximize, you cap that. That's 20 points right there. So you've already got 36 of the 50 points in your back pocket. You're walking into it, right? Each month, you should be, right? So then you enroll at least one person a week, right, on average. That's 4 to 5 enrollments a month. So you've got 41 points already. I shouldn't say already, but you've got 41 points that you should be banking on. So you've got 9 more points to get to that 50 every single month to have as your goal. And what I saw when I broke down the reports for the people that made it to Cabo, to Fiji, personally rank advancing your people to manager is it. Getting your people to manager, getting 1 to 2 managers on average every single month will get you there. And of course, the consultants. I'm not gonna lie, okay, I'm not as good as Amanda and Matt. I never will be. But if I wanted to go out there right now and get it and develop a consultant, I can do that. Easy, easy. My mom, get my sister and my brother-in-law, done. But getting them to share, that's the key. So as many people as you can get to do that you share, they share, and getting them to manager, you're gonna see yourself in Cabo. That's it. Get them out. And you may find that 1 month in April, you have 0. You may find in March, you may only have 1, but then you're building a foundation, right? So then come June, July, you may have 4 or 5. July, you may have another 3 or 4, right? It's staying consistent and going for the long haul. So that's my 2 pieces on Cabo, because teams are always asking me, Cal, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? That's what you should do.
Love it. Yes, we have lots of people working on Cabo. Yes, Michelle and Danny, they are definitely maximizing leader in action. I love it. All right. We won't take up more of your time, but does anyone have maybe just one more question? Otherwise, we are just so grateful for your time tonight.
Yeah, any questions at all? I mean, if I don't have the answer, I'll get the answer for you. Anything that bugs you, like, Cal, why does corporate do this? Or anything at all, it's on the table.
Any news on organic greens?
So yeah, we are working on reformulating it. I do know end of Q2, so about June, we should have it fully back in stock. Can you still get the greens with a bedtime belly buster? Yeah, so we're working on the greens for sure. You can use the super mix if you wanted to, the Zija super mix as a substitute. But yeah, the greens are. We never realized how popular it was. Like, it's insane. But.
Right. Yeah.
So there is a product coming out in celebration, a new product. I can't say what it is out of respect for the Cougars, but it's going to be another game changer. 100% game. I shouldn't have said that, right? That's so naughty. But yeah, it's going to be a game. It's not going to be a new shake. It's going to be something different. Maybe not as great as Elixir, but it's up there, right? On the Elixir, make sure that you guys are sharing that We Love Naughty. Make sure you share that Vimeo video. If you don't have it, ask Amanda or I can get it for you. That the video on promoting Elixir and also the compensation plan on Elixir, how to get the Elixir paid for. Because right now, as you know, Elixir's huge. It's crushing goals. At the same time, I will say this, don't forget about what got us to where we are today. Don't forget about the core products as well. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can repost the Collagen Elixir video as well. It's a good one. I like that it's short.
Yeah.
It's like the 3-minute video. Yeah, so good. Awesome. All right, Cal. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yes, have a good night.
All right, bye guys.
All right, goodbye.